Hey, what up, though? How you feel? How you feel? One time for the one time, man. Who's the building? Hey, before we get jumping, make sure y'all tap that like button. Make sure y'all check the video out. Uh, what we doing? Turn it up. What we doing? Man, I'm seeing it out myself. I get it out myself. Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna ask y'all shit. I'm gonna share that too, man. We got us a good one today. Man, how y'all day went, man? What's the vibes? Let a nigga know where y'all at right in the world, man. Dog T, 305, in my area, Black House. Dr. Dan Perry, only. Say YouTube Tribe Music. This for the tribes. We got 244 videos. Tribal Mafia. Daniel Berry in the building. Kyle T, Power Ton. Cam, what's up, little bro? Turn up. Rihanna, come get my hug. What's up? What we doing? I know that you got you that motherfucker. Man. Why I ain't seen you? Where you been? Now I gotta get in your business. Where you been? You gonna make me take my motherfucking belt off. And I know you don't want that. I know that ain't what you want. Marcus in the building, man. Trap, what up though? Being Florida water, man. Florida in this bitch. Big Florida bitch. City B, what up though? Thunder in the building, man. Thunderstorm. Big Dick, what's up with it? Nay, nay. We in the building, man. How y'all feeling, man? We got a good, cool bill today, man. This is the classic, and we gonna jump into that, man. A lot of people might not know what's going on, what type of time we on. A lot going on in the world, a lot going on in the world, and I'm feeling it, nigga. Gas $5, diesel going for $5. I'm in my feelings. I'm finna be holding up a sign, nigga. Let me hold something. Whatever they got going on in the world, they need to fix it. This shit here, nigga. Trump, you say you gonna lower the prices on groceries. Yeah, you laugh because Biden them had a pen. Man, California, they paying $9. West Coast prices. Stop it. Well, y'all make more motherfuckers. Y'all already got more money. But y'all make more money. Man, what the West Coast price is different. I'm crying about it. Gas $5. They shit been $5. They shit $7, $8, $9. You better not be riding for a ring. He said, yeah, you better not be riding for a ring. You want that 93? West Coast, don't worry about it. 93 is y'all 91. What y'all shit like 91? I don't know if there's like a lower grade. Yeah. 91. Man, I rented a BMW. I was in Florida. I was in Florida a couple weeks ago. I rented a BMW. You know what the lady told me? She said, "Don't put no premium gas in there. Just put unleaded." I said, "Well, shit, y'all want to tear this motherfucker up? Hey, bitch, can I get that in writing? No, can I get that in writing?" La go hard and say, "I had to know what Pop Smoke outro song that was." That Pop Smoke, that's Damn, I can't think of the song. I can't think of the song he had. Hold on, man. I'm like, damn, I hear Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, man. Hey, man, they need to figure this shit out in the world, man. What's going on? For real though. Yeah, I'm from Texas. I don't know. I don't know about this. $5. We can't do that. AJ say 419 is this shit. 449 for regular here in California. Yeah, but y'all get paid more. Y'all man, nigga, our minimum wage is $7.25. Yeah, for a whole hour, you can get hard labor for one $5 bill and two ones, and you pat your pocket, go in on armrest of the car and get 3/4 out of this some bitch. Yeah, I just named the most insignificant bills. Yeah. In the currency market in the USA. I named the $5 bill. When the last time you seen the $5 bill? And two ones. Who you can't even carry a one. Carrying a one is like carrying a penny around in your motherfucking pocket. Man said a can of soda don't even cost $1. Yeah, man, you out there making $20 an hour minimum wage, talking about shit. Gas out here, woo. They hit a nigga 419. Nigga, y'all minimum wage $20 an hour. You got these hoes out here. Yeah. Women out here. I got a good job. I make $20 an hour. You say what? Dude, that's minimum wage. Nigga at McDonald's on the West Coast make that. Now, nigga at Wendy's, 4 for 4. That nigga make $20. Cam said that's 725 pennies, and we don't even make pennies no more in the U.S. Yeah, I'm from Texas, nigga. We still slaves. But I gotta bring out that what's that called? Jamaica trip with a dude. Soon as I got in, I mean, shit, nigga. The whole ride, he's just going on and on about how bad he live, how he needs some money. He want to buy a car. They ain't accept his application to go to Maryland. He live in the mountains. He just, I don't want to hear this shit. I say, man, I'm from Texas where they hang niggas. I had to shut him up. Listen, homie, I'm not feeling sorry. You ain't getting. He said, my dream is to one day get $100 tip. Well, motherfucker, you gonna keep dreaming? Oh, yeah, nigga, and stay out of my dream, because I had that same dream last night, except mine was 1 million, nigga. Yeah, nigga, catch one of these Europeans you out here talking about, nigga. I am not with the Black Power movement, nigga. Fuck Garvey. Yeah, if you ask me, nigga, I ain't got a motherfucking thing for you, nigga. You able-bodied nigga at work. Bitch, you know how much I paid for this taxi ride? And you got the nerve, you know they taxing. Fam, whatever your company is, they tax the shit out of me. But I needed a ride. So I tell you what, nigga. Yeah. Say, boy, you wish you had $100 tip. I wish this ride was free. Because you know what, bitch? I have my $100 back that I had to spend for your ass to come get me. And you think I'm finna give you another 100? The devil is a lie. Bitch, you ain't even want to wait in KFC line so I can try the chicken. I want to see what the hype about. You talking about y'all can't stop. You on the clock. Well, bitch, you ain't, if you getting paid by the hour salary, you ain't gonna, let me out, bitch. I'll walk from here. You know, when they jump out, they want to try to help you with your bags and shit. Make it your motherfucking ass, baby. You ain't did nothing. I got my own bag. You know, they get out, want to help you out with the bag. Make it Get your motherfucking ass out the way. Nigga, I got one suitcase. Excuse me, sir. Fuck out my way, nigga. Nigga, bitch, you act like this ride was free. Like you helped me out of some shit. Nigga, you better take your ass back to work. Boss, he ain't working. Boss, yeah, this nigga right, he ain't working. Turn up.
Tell him that we ain't starting it. Walk down, we ain't buying it.
Teach you. You got it good, nigga, meet you. Meet you. Fly in your body, can eat it. We make it move like free. Teach you. No, you can't hop, boy, I see you. See you. You ain't getting ready, nigga, teach you. Fuck what you talking about. Thank God, I don't rush you. Know some niggas that shoot you for nothing. Can't get this spit only morning. No politics and no discussions. Back at your night, cut it. Cut on my block, Russian. Bring every boy that's the sick home. And we gon' hurt you if you touch it. Tell these people I'm still, they see me start running cause they know the gang and I'm reppin'. Tree shot, dirty Diana, go get it reppin'. Before you come get it touch it. What you know about? What you know about fucking the Texas? Dirty the weapon, gun kicking like it's Texas. Move back, walk in the party with two straps. Walk in the party like who that? Say the first thing we gon' shoot that. Shoot first, shoot back. It's automatic when I'm boost. A lot of talk on my neck can't prove that. Niggas say I'm moving through it. I could put a block like 2 nods. Everybody know I'm not you. Cut to his head if he die, whoa. If you don't like me, I don't like you. Whoa. I'm 18 again, I'm certified. Know that I'm cool like that bird fly. I fuck with some movies and Maybachs. I fuck with some rollers and paybacks. Small, free throw, get two just like free throws. Pick up these shells and grill them. No, we don't fuck with them people. On the block with each other, with just me and Chopper. We chillin' with killers and scamming niggas. We know the goals of the issue, the K to the rock. Ain't really G's out the slimming nigga.
It's a fight, don't survive. Your pussy drippin', gushing, drippin' down your thighs. Turn your click up, dog. Turn I be her dessert. All that love. Who knew it be like this?
What we gonna take you for? FaceTime.
Who knew it be like this? Usually my exes turn to enemies, but this is different. Cause we done got closer now that you ain't with me. All that love that we had, ain't no way we gon' forget that. And your family love me like I'm family. You know where you stand with me, so when they ask, tell them right now, on time. Can't say it's right. You always been a real one, even though we ain't together. It was real love, and baby it's still love. I hate that we make it to forever. Probably ain't getting back together, but that don't mean that I can't do better. Getting good, but we still good.
Click up, dog. Turn your bitch up, dog. Turn her up, turn these streets can't cross it. Cross them up, all these streets need bosses. Cross them up, turn your click up, dog. Turn your bitch up, dog. Turn her up, turn these streets can't cross it.
But we still good.
Hey, y'all, shout out to Lala. Man, Lala wanted to jam that. It's called, look. I found this song. We was on the first pyramid tour. And No Satellite and Journey. I think we was outside, and I'm like, man, who DJ? No. They made a video after, and they sent it. It was like a collage, because both of them niggas needed like a Tyler Perry studio or some shit. Like, man, you tell them to take you a picture. I already ain't had no space on my shit. Nigga took 100 pictures. Yeah, literally. And the other one had the camera, and they gonna go all the way down, get the angles out. Yeah, so they sent it, and they had that song in there. And boy, I went searching, and I found it. Yeah, I ended up finding it. We've been jamming that hoe for about 2 years now, man. Turn up. Dub say you got his shades today. Dub, they told me you got your shades today. Shout out to the homie Moore Rocks. He say, man, I'm watching elections in the VIP pack. I see the Atlantic slave trade story. overwrite the Black European immigration from different religious backgrounds. Man, I'll tell y'all this here. Y'all might want to go get y'all, hold on. Y'all might want to go get a platinum pack. More say he over there learning. Y'all better go get y'all platinum pack. Stop playing with the game. Them hoes $2, $200. You know, $2 right now. Go get them. Them hoes on sale. You can have it. More rocks. He paid $200, nigga, for the platinum pack. Go over there and grab it. Go crazy, nigga. Go get you some bars. All right, let's go. Yeah, we need like 5 motherfuckers to go get it. Asteroid, you're late. Mo City ass nigga. You ain't on Texas time. You on Mo City time. You ain't on Houston time. You on Mo City time. Yeah. With your Nigerian. You got a rich Nigerian. Yeah, you got your rich Nigerian, or you had one. Yeah, now I'm fucking with you. All right, Turner, let me get this down, and we're gonna get into the bill. Double shout out to Beaumont. I'm riding for my nation.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm riding for my bloodline. This brother.
I ain't meaning true, but I come from an ancestral family of Indians.
Yeah, that was the dope part right there about it. How old were you when your family told you? So he said, man, I ain't meaning to intrude on y'all conversation, but I come from a family of Indians. Bro, everywhere I go, I'm fine Indian, bro. Yeah, we everywhere I go. He just jumped in the conversation. He probably never had this conversation with nobody in his life. But this is what I was saying, like on Voo Channel the other day when I was like, it's just gonna resonate. And then you know when you're around the people them, he happened to be an Alabama Indian. That you were Indian?
Since I was little, like my great grandma, my great granddaddy, you know, they was around when I was a jitterbug. My granddaddy used to come pick me up from the city and take me down there, take me fishing, show me about playing bow and arrows.
That nigga say, since he was a jitterbug. Since he was a young jitterbug.
You know, rifles. But when they passed along, you know, they passed on some of the heritage stuff about growing the crops on our land and doing certain things and how it was important.
I did, Cam. We going to miss it.
You can look at it, though, Chief. You can look at it.
From what they told us to do, you know, and that's what I was trying to tell y'all, like, we got land that's sitting, and these white people coming in trying to take it over. And then when you try to come to a family land back, they don't want to give it to you. They want to give you a little piece of the pie when they really getting the whole wop.
You say that was the Creek Indians down there. Y'all had any mounds or anything down there? Area sites?
Yeah, I know. I know it's one like no more than like 5 miles away from my great grandmother's house was and my uncle's house was. Just deep up in the woods.
Summertime camp in the summer.
Small pyramids, so you say. You know,
I'm announcing soon.
You'll walk up on a big hill that looks like a pyramid. And, you know, they say that was like one of the like tribe meets where they used to meet because everybody lived around in their own little section throughout the woods with their families. So when someone came to party, they come meet up at the pyramid.
Man, that's deep. And man, just to let everybody know, I didn't know this brother, man. He just moved to Houston, man. So, no, that was dope about it. I asked him was he from Louisiana. He said, shit, he a Bama boy, man. And yeah, man, I say, he's down. He said, I'm a Creek Indian. Fuck me up. I say, man, I gotta get this on camera, man. But Appreciate that, though, bro.
Peace and blessings, and keep doing what you're doing.
In a real way. So Zion Lex just pulled up on us.
Like why? What was the point of that? I thought it was supposed to be you battling one person. I ain't like he was treating it like it was the street or something. I don't. That format was cool, but it wasn't for a debate. Me personally,
I think the people just weren't feeling his energy. But what's up, man? We got the homie Zion Lex in the building right now. What's up with it?
Hey, what up? Salute, Topcatz.
Hey,
Lex Dane Calloway. I can't see the other brother's name on the panel or the other person.
A1 says A1.
Peace to God.
Doing good, brother. How you?
New Jersey.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. The debate that you caught last night, Dane Calloway, I didn't enjoy that debate at all. I think when two people debate, they should be well matched, similar to boxers. You wouldn't want to put a heavyweight in the ring with a featherweight, and that pretty much is what happened last night. With all due respect, the brother was just severely unprepared and just not really seasoned, not just in debating, but even, having proper argumentation and knowing how to frame, basic arguments. So I never heard of him prior to debate. So I know it was bigging him up and the topic was hot, so I jumped on it. But literally about 5 minutes into it, I realized that this was a complete waste of time, at least for me.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, he gave me a headache, man.
So you didn't know him, or I thought he had a name, or he was like a reputable and
Nah. I mean, he's been around the Israelite community just as long as me. We both been in the Israelite community since the early 90s. I'm 44 years old. I came in the Israelite way of life in 1994. He came in the Israelite way of life in 1992. He came through the One West ISUPK. I came through the Black Rabbis of Harlem. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them, but Rabbi Matthews and the Commandment Keepers that go back to
I know about the Commandment Keepers. They the starters. They did it. They were the founders.
That's right.
I know about them.
That's the lineage that I come from. And we roll a lot different.
Those are the guys I can respect. They were doing it to me. They were trying to. I know some of it. Matthew was trying to sway Judaism in there too, but I liked his approach. But then everybody else that branched off kind of did their own thing, and that's when it kind of. I agree with you on that one though. I respect them. I did research on them. They were doing their thing.
Hey,
I appreciate that, man.
Question, Pete. Peace to God, man. I've been definitely checking your lectures and a lot of your information out for years, right? I got a question for you. I got two questions for you, if it's okay with Topcatz. One question is, you from the Caribbean, right?
Hold on, me?
No, I'm talking to Zion.
Oh, I was like, huh? I'm from DC.
I know
you asking whether or not I'm from the Caribbean, brother? I thought you were talking to Dave.
No, I'm talking to you.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so in Caribbean.
All right, so yeah, my mother is from a place called Guyana.
Okay.
Yeah, my mother's from a place called Guyana in South America. My father's from Jamaica, and I was born in Flatbush.
Okay, so question to you, right? Honestly, besides the scholarly information you get about Guyana and Jamaica, do you get any stories about Black people already being there before 1492?
You actually have some stories like that if you talk to some of the people that have oral traditions. So what's interesting about I would start with what's interesting, and I'll start with Guyana, a place like Guyana, which is South America. They have a lot of elders that still carry some of their own oral traditions about how they came to that island. Some that carry traditions that say that they've been on that island for a long time, and that in fact they got there before the indentured servants or even indigenous Taino. And there are some that believe that they came from West Africa.
Brother. Stay right there.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I notice about the Caribbean is this, right? The Caribbean culture is rich. It's not an African culture and it's not a European culture. So outside of, if I'm just observing the people of the Caribbean, I would assume that they
y'all get the lights up.
They have a rich. This ain't the white man culture. But if the white man dropped them off there, and had them enslaved, then where did Jamaican culture come from? It has to be an indigenous culture. And the same thing with Guyana, the same thing with Cuba, the same thing with Puerto Rico, Dominican, Haiti, going all the way out to St. Thomas. It was Negroes all throughout them islands, as well as in North America. And a lot of the
I can tell you, I can tell you this as somebody that does have a good amount or a significant amount of knowledge of not only the oral traditions down there, but even some of the historical records. Caribbean culture is in fact very much infused with West African culture. For instance, on the island of Jamaica, we have a way of talking which is called patois, which is a form of Creole. When you listen to the patois that Jamaicans are speaking, it's eerily similar to what you're hearing in Nigeria and what you're also hearing in Ghana. Even the foods, ackee is not indigenous to Jamaica. Ackee is indigenous to Ghana, and it is regarded as being imported from Ghana, or i.e., the slaves brought it into Ghana. That's one view, right? When I share information, I don't like to share it in a way that suggests that this could be the only way of looking at it. I don't think that that's subjective. So I'll say according to one view.
Food, real quick, Zion Lex.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You heard me, Zion Lex. Let me give you some information on the food. Are you aware that out of 666 crops that grows in West Africa, 600 of them come from America? So a lot of times,
give me 2 examples if you don't mind.
People looking at Africa, black eyed peas and okra. That was
okra is not in West Africa.
Black eyed peas and okra. No, it's from America.
You're saying okra. And where's the citation for that?
Black eyed peas as well, brother.
No, I'm speaking specifically.
I can definitely show and prove on that. You can look up Dr. Kangabanga, his book, Ancient Civilization of Egypt, and he's going to show you that a lot of West African culture came from South America. It didn't even come from West Africa. That's new. See, the thing of it is what a lot of people don't recognize is America is the old land. All the trees that's in the Bible are in America. They're not in Africa or the Middle East or nowhere else. They're all over here. The oldest form of Hebrewic was found in the Serpent Mounds in Ohio. That goes back over 8,000 years. So it's like, a lot of people haven't caught up to the speed of America. The pyramids here are older than the pyramids anywhere on African soil, as we have other things.
Good brother, when you say that the oldest form of Hebrew was found in America and it dates back to 8,000, I'm believing you say in BC, that would be something huge. That would be a novelty. That would actually make, in your words, Hebrew the oldest script because they don't date scripts.
You know what they did, brother? You know what they did?
Okay.
They used propaganda to make a mockery out of it and say that it was fake. But it has actually astronomical line up with the actual location to where they found it at. And it's on a certain degree. I can't recall right now, but John Beck, right?
I'm familiar with John Beck. He lost his job behind sharing much of this. I'm very familiar with him. He lost
behind sharing what they found in the Serpent Mounds.
Right. To be very honest, I did want to say something though. I jumped on because I'm of the impression, and I think I'm right, that Dane Calloway is completely unfamiliar with me. And I happen to like that because sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Like you might see something in somebody that you don't like. So, a dialogue tends not to happen the more that people get to know each other. So I'm kind of glad that he doesn't know me. But I do want to say this to Dane while he's live on the line. I've heard and I've watched. I can't say studied because I haven't looked that intently, but I've certainly watched several hours of his video pertaining to information about the transatlantic slave trade and how much of it is told in reverse order and how much of it is not really as history would afford us. I'm very interested in having a dialogue or even possibly a debate with Brother Dane Calloway about the topic. I do feel very strongly about the transatlantic slave trade in a
You
way that
subscribe
we
to Deuteronomy.
tell it as black people. Yes, yes.
See, when he came in, and you know what, shout out to Zion Lex. You know what I'm saying? He was respectful. You know what I mean? So that's why I wasn't no over aggressive or nothing like that. But if y'all know A1, goddamn. Number one question: do you think it was Negroes in America before 1492? That's his whole game. So, I let him do that. But some of the points that Lex, you feel me, like, the foods or other parts, you know what I'm saying? I just stayed out of it, you know what I'm saying? And I had a feeling, and I said, okay, I think he want to fade. And he just came out and said, hopefully he can set up a debate. And I think he was just coming off of a fight. You feel me? He was just coming off of a fight, and it wasn't a good showing. No disrespect, shout out to Zion Lex. He always handled himself. He ain't never been scared. Took his fades. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. He even hit me after this and said, hey, man, I'm going to buy your book. I had just dropped a book, one of my books then, and he was like, hey, I'm supported by your book. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about Zion Lex. Super respectful. But I thought he was trying to take a fade with Dane. Well, he said it. Fucked out. I kind of felt like that's where he was going. And when he said it, well, shit, if you fight him, you gotta fight me. So just want to let you know.
Let me ask you this,
when
brother.
You say you subscribe to do it.
Like this. Let me ask you this. Are you familiar with the Book of Mormons?
Hey, get the likes up, family.
Somewhat, yes.
Get the likes up.
Let me, because of how your understanding is, and what I mean by that is I'm not trying to downplay that, but I'm talking about as far as your approach, as how that would look as far as the Hebrew is concerned. I would love for you to grab this book that's called The Sealed Portion of the Book of Mormon. It's by Christopher Malachi. I know that you're a book reader. I think you would love this, and you will see where I'm going. As far as the true Hebrew of it. Okay. The sealed portion of the Book of Mormon. Okay. Of the Book of Mormon. Yeah, just wrote that down. Christopher.
They get the likes over 300.
Dang, what's his last name? I just said it.
They get the likes over 300, family.
Oh man! Oh, it just skipped my mind.
Hey, why he look for that right there?
I just said it.
So, P Zion, this Topcatz. You said you had some questions about brother. Salute. So you said you had some questions about the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, I definitely did. So here's what I want to say. I want to admit that I do feel very passionate about the way in which we, when I say we, I mean our people, do tell this story. If in fact we got it wrong, I would love to be directed by Dane to any 1, 2, 3 videos or maybe other intellectual sources that I could look at and really review it before I have a conversation. Because one thing I'm not about is debating for the sake of making a name or debating just to debate. I don't want to debate the brother if in fact I'm going to realize that he's actually empowering me with information. So I just want to look a little bit more in the direction of your information, kind of look at your sources. And then from that point, I'd be very interested in having either a dialogue or debate on the topic.
Hey, brother, one I want to be. I gotta learn that Gunna song. What they say? One something. Yeah, I gotta learn this song. Shout out to the one I want to be when I grow up. As soon as I get big, I'm trying to be like yo ass. Design. We got a big debate about to come up against Jabari and Rob Bowen. So you know what I'm saying? That's what me and Dane doing right now.
Yes.
But if
I definitely caught that.
Like a friendly fade or something on the transatlantic slave trade. I mean, shit, I get out there with you on. We got okay. So I remember what happened now. So basically, this at the time where we about to do this. We about to put on the greatest event ever. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be me and Dane, and we was gonna go against they top scholars on the other side, as far as the average side. Winner take all, loser. You know they gotta get. You know they gotta stop teaching. Cool. One night we thugging over here, and I think chopping it up with Dane, and the Pan Africans was live. I'm like, "What's up? You want to go over there?" And Dane was like, "Shit, let's go." We pull up over there, and we max them out. I don't know who they thought they were playing with, but you know what I'm saying. Dane handled this shit real well. I handled myself real well, and the crowd was kind of disappointed because it was people. You know, we was handling the shit out the panel. But there was some niggas in the chat that they felt like should have been up there. You feel me? While we was there. Because, you know, that was the first time Dane had ever been over there on their platform. Now, they talked a lot of shit about him. You know what I'm saying? All this and that. Oh, he can't fight this and that. I whoop him, I smack. But then when we went over there, they was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and we calling shit out too. I'm catching niggas in the chat, and you can pull up, homie, but you know, we finna run it. So in the midst of that, boy, we got so many letters and emails in the mail. Everybody wanted to fight us then. So Zion came over and he told he wanted to fade with Dane. But we in the middle of, you know, about to make history, one of the largest event ever. You know, maybe you can, you know what I'm saying, we can set some of them next, and y'all can go get all the big Hebrews. And we can do it like that. We can just run through everybody. You feel me? But me, I wasn't thinking me being a hothead, I just jumped out there and was like, shit, nigga, if you want to fade, nigga, I'll give you a fade. We can, yeah, so let's walk.
Sources that I could look at and really review it before I have a conversation, because one thing I'm not about is debating for the sake of making a name or debating just to debate. I don't want to debate if in fact I'm going to realize that he's actually empowering me with information. So I just want to look a little bit more in the direction of your information, kind of look at your sources, and then from that point I'll be very interested in having either a dialogue or debate on the topic.
Hey, Brother Zion, we got a big debate about to come up against Jabari and Rob Owen. So you know what I'm saying? That's what me and Dane doing right now.
Yes.
But if
I definitely caught that.
Like a friendly fade or something on the transatlantic slave trade. I mean, shit, I get out there with you on the transatlantic slave trade.
But right now, I know he's seeking more, so he can understand, because I don't want him to be bombarded with certain things, and I know he's a reader. I would say start with the sealed portion, and then we can start coming into what we have, so you can see how it matches. And then you're going to see a broader understanding. Mm-hmm.
Dane, if you don't mind, good brother, how can I reach you via email?
I don't have a public email, brother. But my team handles that. But you can. I mean, does Topcatz have your telephone number?
Nah. I just met him today.
No.
Okay.
Nah, it's our first time speaking.
We're gonna have to do something about. I mean, is there a way where you can?
Both of y'all have Instagram. Hit him, DM him or something.
Oh yeah, like okay, Instagram. That's even better.
I'll hit you on the gram. I'll definitely hit you on the gram, because again, I just want to make something clear. I'm very well known in the conscious community as a debater. Been debating since about 2013. You know, from Brother Polite, Brother Seti. And one of the things about me is I don't really care about being known. I really care about whether or not the information that we gravitate towards is going to help us to come out of where we're at. And so I've been following you, Dane, for quite some while. And I'm not interested in debating you because you're considered one of them top guys. I'm actually interested in learning more about your sources and learning more about how you put together your information, because I'm actually very fond of the way in which you put on information. To be very honest,
I appreciate that, brother.
so so with that being said, I think we would have a very powerful dialogue. And if
Absolutely.
possible, if after looking at the information I still disagree, then it might make for a great debate.
We could go there. But on
Absolutely.
Instagram for sure. And I say the start is that one. So when I come to you with my sources, it'll make complete sense. Like a lot of my Hebrew brothers understand me a lot more once they get involved with the seal portion. And then, when I start coming up with the other stuff towards you, then you'll be like, yes, that's right here. This is that. And it's going to start matching up. This is the reason why I don't knock the majority of the Hebrew brothers that run that route of Matthew, because I feel as though Matthew was, to me, he was more closer than Noble Jew Ali.
Oh, of course.
On a spiritual level. So I said to myself, okay, well, I know where you're going. As soon as you said that, I said, all right.
Let me ask you a question
right
on that. For the commandment keepers. The commandment keepers, were they Sephardic Jews, or what do the Sephardic Jews play in the story? See, I was gonna stay out of it. And shout out to Dane for being level-headed and actually seeing what was going on, because the brother was genuine and I can say that because we have seen Brother Zion teach and actually step away from some of the information that he taught and came into a different. So I'm, shout out to Dane for catching it and being level-headed, because all I heard was fade. All I heard was a nigga wanted to fade, and and so he really looking for understanding, and but since you do want to fade, I said, let me see where he at. You know what I'm saying? Let me just see where he at with it for you.
So the commandment keepers here in New York City, they were tied to many different Jewish factions. And when I say tied, they have relationships with. So Rabbi Matthews is a black rabbi living in Harlem. He had relationships with Ashkenazic Jews. He had relationships with Sephardic Jews. At one point, they were trying to barter to get him on the board here in New York City. Ultimately, they decided not to put him on because they saw him as too paramilitary.
Mm-hmm.
We as blacks, we as Israelites, we as black Jews, so to speak, I don't like those terms, but I'll use it just for the sake of the conversation. We've always been very military about the way that we move and the way that we shake. If you're somewhat familiar with the Rabbi Matthews community, Rabbi Matthews was literally around Marcus Garvey, right?
Yep.
Him and Rabbi Ford helped to set up the UNIA's charter.
Right. One thing in common with them.
Involved in Marcus Garvey's movement, and not just involved on the patron level, but involved in leadership level. But as I exit this dialogue, because I don't have too much time.
Hold on, brother Zion. Before you leave, I did have a question.
Meeting you, brother Dane, even though I'm almost positive you don't know me, but I'm hoping that we would get very familiar with each other. I'm very much fond of your work, brother. I love what you're doing. Continue to do what you're doing, and I hope that we can have a conversation sometime.
And we will, brother. We will definitely. Start on Instagram with me, please,
brother Zion. Are you a victim of the transatlantic slave trade? Brother Zion Lex, you had opened up, with a question concerning the transatlantic slave trade. I wanted to ask before you left, are you a victim of the transatlantic slave trade? You yourself, through your bloodline? Hello. Hey, y'all, jump on that like button. Mic check.
I can hear you.
Brother Zion, you there?
Is mic unmuted?
Hey, yo.
I know exactly what I can see. A lot of the Hebrew brothers, this is the reason why they mess with me, because I'm familiar with that, especially how Matthew went. I'm very familiar with his doctrine. That's why I was like, let him start off with the seal portions, then we could go from there.
But ain't it true? Most of them was from the islands. No disrespect.
Yes, absolutely.
I got
St.
much
Kitts.
love for the island.
Mm-hmm.
but most of those people were some would say immigrated here.
Yeah, that's correct.
Marcus Garvey also he spoke of him being in the movement. A lot of these, he also went to school in Ohio too. I think it was in Ohio.
Who went to school in Ohio?
Rabbi.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Garvey.
With the big white Jews.
Okay.
So
yeah, they was he was
like that.
Matthew was trying
to tell everybody he was from Lagos. He also told everybody he was from Lagos. Like Dr. Ben.
Hey, Top, Garvey was working with Severa Cox and Walter Plecker, and they the ones that came up with the Back to Africa movement. That was coming from white supremacists. Garvey was he definitely was a Mason, bro. Because don't nobody go from the islands to go to school in Cambridge and these top scholastic institutions, brother. They don't just pick
all of them. They basically came to New York. That's all of them though. That's Noble Drew Ali. That's Matthew.
Well, I don't agree with the Noble Drew Ali thing though.
He was the outsider though. He was that's one thing I will give Noble Drew Ali. He was the outsider of
him. Regardless of whatever that works out, right? As far as Garvey, we know he was working with white supremacists.
Yeah, Garvey was definitely working for the crown.
Directly
for the crown.
We already know. So now he picked an agenda, a eugenics agenda, to say that all Africans or all black people came from Africa. All this shit's coming from eugenics.
And they wouldn't even let him in Africa. He couldn't get in Liberia.
No, he couldn't get in Africa.
Barclay. Now, they got the Barclay down there in Brooklyn. Barclay family down there in Mexico. You got the Barclays went down in the Sierra Leone. Barclays went down there with the Huguenots in South Africa. You got the Barclays running Liberia. Barclay, he ain't fuck with Garvey. That's why Garvey can't come to Africa, because Barclay said he couldn't. You had two different types of Pan-Africanism. You had Americanized Pan-Africanism, and you had the connection with the islanders and the niggas from Africa.
And they was trying to go for nationalism.
European mixed with the African. So that's why all of them were being schooled in America, HBCUs, and also in London. Kwame Nkrumah, he came here to the HBCU.
But hold on. You know the HBCU.
Come on, hey, when I was doing good, man. God damn. Right. After 65, the American.
After they was getting funded.
American Missionary Association. Right. American Missionary Association picked it up. And that's who,
they were infiltrated.
Originally called HBCU, it was American Missionary Association. They put up more money than the Freedmen's Bureau at that time. But that was them Quakers and Quaker boys coming down south.
No, she said that nigga fuck with the
God damn. From the north, with that.
Now he backed it up.
Those were the only two guys that I could say that wanted to separate from that infiltration. It was Matthew and Noble Drew Ali. They wanted to separate, but they immediately infiltrated Matthew's group because they saw his power was getting stronger and stronger and stronger with the Jews. Somebody was jealous in there. I believe it with me personally. I believe it's the so-called Orthodox Jews that got jealous of him. I remember he was trying to, just like Zion said, he was trying to get up on that board twice, and they denied him. That is true.
You know what, though? To tell the truth, bro, let's be for real, right? These people signed up to be part of these organizations, bro. It's always benevolent. It ain't never, they was misled. Nah, that's that bullshit. That's the same shit we said about Obama.
What up, though?
He couldn't do this. Nah, because they put him up there the same way they put
Q Butter, man. Man, I got family in Brooklyn. I'm gonna come out there to my people in them highs, man. And I'm gonna come fuck with you. I'm gonna tap in with you when I'm in Brooklyn, man. But yeah, I'm putting it together. I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna go or not. But if I go out there, though, my people them there out of Brooklyn, I was gonna come fuck with your crazy ass.
But a lot of these other people and these prominent black people, the talented 10, all that shit goes back. It goes back to other Masonic mulattoes who took these oaths to join with these Europeans. So like, there's a lot of different narratives, a lot of different crevices, and you know what I'm saying.
It did get pulled a couple different ways. It did.
Well, I could definitely provide. I could definitely provide a little inside information. The Rabbi Matthews community, beginning with Rabbi Matthews and Rabbi Ford, they were definitely high-ranking Masons. And that actually was not something that was hidden. It was actually well known. It kind of died down. The knowledge of it died down. If you go to the Schomburg Museum here in New York City, you go to the second floor. You ask for the Rabbi Matthews Archive. You get to see that. You see all of the documents from what's called the Royal Ethiopian Order, which was an order of Masonic line that they actually created.
That was the first one they created.
That's right, but he was actually part of Scottish Rite. You know, a lot of this information is accessible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but,
it's out there.
Yeah, it's definitely out there, man. But again, I'm very much enjoying a lot of the information you shared there, Dame. I'm on your channel now. Like I've never been on it before. I'm enjoying a lot of things that you're saying. I just wanted to know a little bit more about, you know, looking at some of your sources on how you tell the transatlantic slave trade. And as for that, man, I'm definitely appreciative, brother.
Hey,
absolutely.
Hey, brother Zine, I don't know if you heard me the first time I had asked the question. Are you a victim, or was your family a victim of the transatlantic slave trade? Man, Topcatz, leave that man alone, man. Let that man go on by his business. He still ain't got off the fact this man asked for a fade. Come on, man. Go on, let him make it, man. Shout out to Zion, though, man.
In what sense do you mean, are you a victim of the transatlantic slave trade? I want to be clear on what you're asking me.
Meaning, because you were born, you say you were born in America. So did your family leave Africa by way of the transatlantic slave trade?
Yes, that is what I believe. Yes.
Okay. What country or tribe you from in Africa?
I did a DNA test, and there's a number of places that they connect me to. But my thing is, I don't rely fully in DNA. I believe that there's a lot of hocus pocus about that as well. But the DNA test connected me to Nigeria and Ghana, various West African tribes. I did a whole YouTube video on it, so it's actually on my YouTube channel. It's entitled "An Israelite Did His DNA Test."
Yes, sir. You understand that Ghana and Nigeria didn't get their names until the 20th century, and that the Nigeria come from the Niger Company. So I'm saying, like,
yes, I'm fully familiar with that,
you because you're I'm not sure if you. Well, I know you don't agree with the 12 tribes, right? You're not with the 12 tribes, right?
No, I don't follow. Again,
right. That's one thing I respect about you.
When people hear this Israelite term, and I know Dane will feel this, a lot of people think that it's a monolithic system, right? That there's just one way. Everybody's like with the 12 tribes chart. Everybody follows who they call Yahweh, and everybody hates white people. That's not. The Israelite paradigm is not a monolithic group.
No, we understand it. We understand it over here. We familiar. We know the difference.
Okay, so I don't follow this.
I know you Tory based, so.
Hey, can I add one thing? Can I just say one thing?
I got you. Right after this, I got you, fam. I'm gonna say this. So, Brother Zion, do you think it's important to know who exactly or what nation exactly you come from?
That's a fact, brother. Yes.
Okay, so when I asked what tribe in Africa are you from, have you not found that in your journey now? Because when you came in, you said forgot how long you said you were teaching and studying and debating, and you named the list of names. And so I was just asking,
right, so,
do you know anything about your family story and how they end up from Africa to America?
I don't know details about how my foreparents actually came here in details.
Man, why y'all, man, this nigga, man, come get y'all home, boy, man. That nigga stay fucking with people, man. Nah, bro, I mistook it. Again, shout out to my brother Dane, man, for peeping, it wasn't no malice and the brother was looking for understanding. But I just couldn't get over the fact that a nigga would want to fade with us. Like, you really want to fade with us? So y'all gotta let me get a little sparring or something. Let me get a sparring session in or something. Let me walk to him or something. Let him know how this shit go around here. You feel me? You know, cause that shit just shocked and amazed me that a nigga would actually want to fade. Nah, that's kind of disrespectful. You would actually put your life on the line and your career and your name and rep. You would actually put yourself in the line. I could see if I was stepping on shit and you was in the, but to actually want to fade or to even insinuate it, then, I just gotta let a nigga know where we at with these hoes. When we chunk these hoes up, let a nigga know where we at. But I do got a lot of love and respect for Zion. But earlier he said it's weight classes for a reason. You don't put a heavyweight in there with a featherweight. And I just wanted to let him know, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, gonna have to practice what you preach. You feel me? Don't put no heavyweight in there with no featherweight. Because this type of shit right here, we walk shit down. But I was just shocked that a nigga would actually want to fade. And I'm standing there like, fuck that. We gonna shake hands and be cool, but we finna get around then. Give me a round, fam. Let me put my drink down. Let me get around before you get up out this house.
The story that most of us are afforded is told.
And you named the list of names, and so I was
hocus pocus about that as well. My YouTube channel is entitled "And Is."
Can I just say
hold on. I got you. Right after this, I got you, fam. I'm gonna say this. So, Brother Zion, do you think it's important to know who exactly or what nation exactly you come from?
That's a fact, brother. Yes.
Okay, so when I asked what tribe in Africa are you from, have you not found that in your journey now? Because when you came in, you said forgot how long you said you were teaching and studying and debating, and you named the list of names. And so I was just asking,
right, so,
do you know anything about your family story and how they end up from Africa to America?
I don't know details about how my foreparents actually came here in details. The story that most of us are afforded is told either through history, which we all know comes with a great element of deception. So that's one thing I'm definitely aware of. The other part of it that we can look at is through linguistics, cultural practices, as well as what our ancestors have to say that have traveled with us over the years through what we call oral tradition and through what we call culture. And so through those things, we trace and reverse as much as we can and as much as we're allowed to our history. Are all parts of that history accessible to me at this time? No. Am I trusting in the DNA test that I took to know that what they reveal is exactly who I am? No. Which is in part why I'm here. You see, again, I just want to make something clear.
No,
I'm one of those. I just wanted to make something clear, just as a significant point. I'm one of those brothers that I come on, I ask genuine questions because I'm really here to learn. A lot of people aren't here to learn. A lot of people just want to say what they say, speak they speak. But I'm really here to learn because that's how we grow. And so I really do feel like Dane has a lot of great information. I've been trying to touch him for a while. Pause. I live in New York. Been trying to get to him for a while. And I'm definitely interested in just looking a little bit more at the sources so that I could kind of review most of the material myself.
Okay. If you don't mind, because since you're asking for some, sources and information too, what do you place the timeline on the transatlantic slave trade? What makes you think is valid, the transatlantic slave trade?
One thing that makes me believe that the transatlantic slave trade is actually significant for me, at least, because I don't rely solely on what we're speaking of here on the shores of America or the Caribbean. What's significant to me is to know what Africans who live in West Africa are saying. So there are records today in West Africa where Africans are telling that much of their people were taken away during what we call.
And what language and what tribe is speaking this?
But before I get there, I want to finish my point, so I'm
Yes,
clear
sir.
in what I'm saying, and then I'll jump to your second question. So let me continue and say this: if in fact the transatlantic slave trade is something that is completely fictional and it completely never happened, and all of what we know about it is what we were fed by Europeans, the problem with that would be the West African traditions that exist and the West African records of what happened, because they have records of what happened. They have traditions of what
When you
happened.
say
So
they, I don't mean to break your wisdom, but when you say they, can you edify us on? Can we get a name on who they is?
okay, okay. So you have the Akan tribes that speak in their oral tradition that a significant number of their ancestors were carried away captives and brought on ships. Um, they don't say to America or anything
Vito,
like that, but their account is that their
nay,
ancestors
nay,
were kidnapped
Dickalicious.
and forcibly enslaved. The Akan
Okay, no
have such
problem.
an account.
Yes, I'm familiar
Dickalicious.
with the con. By way of chance, did they speak about who took them?
No, they don't. They don't mention anyone by
Okay,
name. But they
okay, no
they speak.
problem. Let me say this:
Oh,
the Akan were slave
mhm.
raiders. Okay, they can't
I'm familiar
mention
with
that
that.
someone took them because they were the ones taking people. So you had a
But the
branch break
Akan.
off in the. I'm just
Okay,
8 seconds.
let me
I'm
go to
gonna
my
land my
bookshelf
bad.
as you.
Yes, sir.
Let me go to my bookshelf as you
The
speaking.
Akan
Okay.
branched off the Ashanti in the turn of the in the 1700s. All right, so that's why these major wars gonna go down. That's the connection to Jamaica. When Arawakan, they come from Maroon bloodline, is over here saying that they went over there and put down the uprisings. So yeah, the Akan were the slave raiders. So yeah, the people that got if it was a slave trade, see this is when, and I ain't speaking to this about Brother Zion, but I'm just saying the history that they put out to us, they have us honoring the slave master or the conqueror. You see, because this is when they say that the colonizer writes the story. The Khan tribes were the ones who were the slave raiders and taking the people and selling them to the European.
But can I say something real quick? Shalom to everybody on the panel.
So
What's up, sis?
Hey,
all right.
shalom,
I,
Zion.
just before you jump into Tyler, I do want to respond to that briefly. So, brother Top Cat, I'm actually very familiar with that. I also do museum tours here in New York City. So if you were to go on YouTube and you were to type in Zion Lex Museum Tour West Africa, that keyword, you'll actually see that I'm talking about the Akana slave traders. So I'm very, very familiar with that. I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm also very, very familiar with
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
yeah, I wanted to say something too, but I want to let.
Hold on, one second, cut it, my bad, because I
Real
wanted to
quick.
give my man A1 his respect. Yeah, I did tell him I had him. All right, A1, my bad. And then cut, you can
Shout
get
out to the God A1.
Peace, peace, peace. No, all right. So my question goes back to what I asked you previously, right? You do acknowledge that it was already Negroes in Jamaica and Guyana and all through America, right? Or do you acknowledge that? Or are you
that.
aware of that?
I completely acknowledge that, brother. Good.
Okay.
Can
Do
you hear
you
me?
understand? Yeah, I can hear you. I can definitely hear you. So
Okay.
So if you say it was already Negroes in America, right? It was already Negroes in America. How do you know you are from Africa? You are aware that the European created that story because most of the Europeans came here as slaves. Negroes was owning slaves. Most of the people, ancestors up here, we ain't got no slaves in our own family. Our people own slaves, white people. And I'm not trying to be racist, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It's the truth.
But I do want to say this.
So
The topic is so complex yet so rich that to speak in detail on it now wouldn't really do any justice. Like I have entire presentations.
You
that
want to invite
represent
us on the
view-
Hey, hold on. Hey, y'all, why the lights ain't up? Are y'all actually telling me y'all not enjoying this content? Why the lights not up? Come on, man. Listen, fam, this is one of the most electrifying channels, bro. You don't get, you talking about the level man, it's levels to this, man. Like, you got a brother here that's been in the game and watching me and had, you know, plenty years in, and he coming over here, bro, and it's levels, bro. Every time we sitting down, man, it which is making for great intellectual, you feel me? Still sharp and steel, iron sharp and iron, homie. So now you can't even get this nowhere, bro. Y'all ain't know this happened. Y'all ain't know that. Nope. You feel me? Like, come on, family, what we doing? Nah, nigga, this shit is happening in real time. And goddamn, you know, shit, we need y'all. If a nigga, if we able to be on this level, because it's levels to this. And so now, bro, if we on the winning side, we need to make sure we keep the win, bro. We gonna need this goddamn shit. Nigga, we can be good as we want to be. I can be as good as I ever, you know, I could be the best ever, but I ain't got the damn support from my people and them. It don't mean nothing. Because it only means something to motherfuckers on the outside of it when they see the people, how they feel about it. Nigga, how do your people feel about you? You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, we got to do better, bro. Like, that shit, that'll be, you know, come on, family, let's do better, man. Family on 3, nigga. 1, 2, 3, family, nigga. Get big. So, Brother Zion.
I would love to come back. Matter of fact, the honor is all mine. I would love to come on your platform. I would love to come on your show.
Okay. Yeah. You want to pick a topic or something? You know.
This topic. This topic right here. I'm enjoying this topic.
Yeah.
I have a myriad of presentations available to touch on this topic to represent the views that I hold, and I would love to see what the counter view is. You know, that's all.
Right on. Do you accept King James as a Hebrew?
Come on, brother. I just told you we're not monolithic. Hell no, brother. Hell no. I hope you do more research on me to know that I'm completely different from any Israelite you have ever heard of.
Okay. Yes, no problem. One more thing. You never answered my question. What do the Sephardic Jews play in you guys? Because I know that y'all, the commandment keepers, they did use Sephardic practices, right?
Right. So good question. And by the way, I didn't answer your question because I got thrown off. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Mic check. You there with us, brother Zion? His internet might probably lagging. Stream my mic is him.
Give him a second.
Was on his
phone.
That's him. All right, cut it. Turn up till he come back in. All right, brother Zion, if you can hear us, we can't hear you. Try to pop out and come back in. Come out and I'm gonna let you back in. That stream, y'all, was horrible, man. Especially if you was on your phone. All right, turn up, cut. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna let the sis go ahead. Sis, go ahead, please.
See, here, gentlemen. See, we gentlemen too, there, Tyler. What's up, sis? What's on your heart?
Hey, shalom. Most I bless everybody on the panel. I just came on to say, see what was going on. Introduce myself to Dane Calloway. Been following you for a while. I'm interested. I can't wait for y'all debate. I'm a Pan-Africanist myself. Trying to get an understanding of this new indigenous movement. I don't know how long it's been going on for, but I've been following Topcatz for a little second, and I just have a question real quick to ask. Now, when you guys talk about the Akan people, and say like they sold people into slavery, wouldn't it be more like a black on black thing? You know, like how we have black on black crime. Wouldn't it just be the same that they just sell their own people?
No, the context, well, that would be that in one context, but in the one that me and Brother Zion was speaking about would be the Akan would taking the victim role instead of the actual historical role, which they were said to be the victims of the slave trade, when in reality they were actually the colonizer in the slave trade. That was the point. Oh, and then we had Arawak and OG hit the link. Brother Zion, jump back on, Brother Zion. Brother Zion Souls, he been doing this a long time though. So, but I want Brother Eric Walker to jump on.
Let me tell you something. Is he gonna jump on? I think we're gonna get the OG on there. Yeah, we finna get the OG on the OG Eric Watkins. When it come down to the islands, I ain't got nothing to say. I know 2 snipers. They like, you only call them on special occasion, high value targets. Eric Watkins and that goddamn feather. The sweet one. Yeah, the sweet feather. Agave. Fuck you. I'm a good man. Listen, anything about the island, nigga, I know 2 snipers, and they only work on high value targets. They only call them for the big shit. OG Air Walking, and they goddamn sweet feather, Agave, aka Agave.
Man, I wish he was in here earlier, bro. Zion Lex was here, Eric Walking. But if he come back on, I want you to come up because he from the he out the islands too, and I want you to hear some of the things that he said. So what's up, sister sweet fella? How you feeling?
Peace, Chief. Peace to the panel. Peace to the chat. I've been listening. Very good conversation. You want Arawakan to clarify some of the things that Brother Lex had mentioned about Aki.
You know it.
And the culture and things.
You already know it. Patois and everything.
Patois, everything. So I'm going to start with the town of Accompagn.
Hey, I'm sorry, my sister. Hold on one second. Eric Watkins, hit the link, OG. All right, I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead.
Right. So Accompagn was...
1 second, sweetheart. I apologize. I'm breaking wisdom. Hey, y'all, we're about to start the trivia. So trivia members, a link. They gonna send y'all a link out. Make sure you download and sign in so you can you know what I mean? You're gonna have to download the app. Make sure you have the app on your phone and you signed up and ready. We're gonna start in 20 minutes. All right, so y'all gonna start getting ready because we about to start setting up the court and we finna get us a trivia fight. We going for a championship. And tonight, like I say, we doing this on every Sunday. We doing trivia Sundays. And y'all got the study material. I hope y'all study. We'll see gonna come out on top.
And established until, of course, after the British was there in the 18th century. That's when it became known as Accompagn Town and then Maroon Town and all of these places as they developed this African tourist attraction, I guess you could say, But Aki fruit is what you call a sapodilla type fruit. So it has, like when you open it up, it's similar to like a papaya. It's in the same family as like mame. I don't know if people are familiar with these types of fruits, but when you open it up, it's a seed inside. And it has, around the seed, it's like this fleshy type of soft egg-like texture. So that's where Aki comes from. Now, if you go over to the continent of Africa today, I don't know how Aki became known as being originating in Ghana or in Africa, because I don't know of any African dishes where they use Aki fruit. And even when you cross-reference it, it would always lead you back to Jamaica because that's our national dish. It's Aki and saltfish. Okay. So what I can say is that propaganda was part of that tourist thing of Ghana, Akan, Ashanti, and the British, because they all work with the British very heavily in terms of colonizing and commercial and trade. Now, the other thing I was curious to know if the brother Lex's family, who was from Guyana, if they were from French Guyana or from Dutch Guyana. And then, he also said that his family was from Jamaica, if they are Hebrew Israelites. There were Jews, so-called Jews in Jamaica. A lot of them were pirates. They supposedly came with, during the same time as the Spanish invading.
Yeah, humble decree. Yes, ma'am.
A lot of them were called buccaneers. They stole a lot. They set up some industry and commerce there, but they really couldn't get a foothold there, especially in terms of their religion. So if you go to Jamaica today, the closest thing to anything Hebrew would be Rastafarianism, but it didn't take a hold. Just like Marcus Garvey, he couldn't get his movement off in Jamaica either, because that meant giving up your land and your property. And that was one thing that all the wars in Jamaica was fought over, And the last thing I want to say is the last time we were on the live, we were talking about Queen Nani. I think it was Brother Rob who mentioned something about Queen Nani.
Boy, Sweet Fella got that boy. You know how you listen to them ocean waves when you're going to sleep? You know how you listen to raindrops and shit like that when you're going to sleep? You can just listen to Sweet Fella just talking. Just, boy, Sweet Fella gone, boy. Yeah, and it was a cold, gloomy night. Yeah, man. Boy, that shit make you want to light candles and damn lights and shit like that,
And the elder, Baba Reed, he was mentioning how, that's made up for tourist things, that's a little thing. Well, her actual
brainstorm said too sweet.
Jake,
I'm telling you, that's the agave.
That was created in the 70s. So they don't have an actual understanding of who Nani is. She's kind of like a symbol, like the Statue of Liberty, a little bit, So They don't have an actual understanding, but they do know that in her area, that part of the western part of the island, where they said that she, had a stronghold. Specifically, I'm gonna speak about Westmoreland, where the Spanish came in here.
Hold on one second. I don't mean to break your wisdom. I wanted to get Aaron walking, but before he finish working, get him out of here real quick, and I'm gonna get right back to you. OG, look out, OG.
Hey, Topcatz, what's going on, man? Greetings to everybody,
Shout out.
Shout out to the OG. Brothers on Lex. Brothers on Lex. This our Aaron walking, Maroon OG right here.
Hey.
Earlier you were speaking about
peace to the brother, man. Peace to the brother. I just want to apologize to the panel. I just got home a little bit before I started speaking with you guys, and my phone died on me. All right, so I'm hooked up to my laptop now, so I'm fine.
Okay. Man, don't worry about it, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Can you share some of that culture again that you spoke about earlier?
Yes. So the sister mentioned that I'm not sure if she said she was from Jamaica or she's familiar with Jamaica. So I want to say something. She mentioned a couple of things. So my father is Rastafarian, right? He's what we would call Nyabingi.
Okay,
all right. There's several different types of Rasta. You usually have like the 12 tribes. You also have what's called the Bobo Shanti, like Sizzler, Anthony, Capleton. They're what we call.
Hey, nigga, that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to talk to her about that.
In Jamaica, the Bobo Mandem.
Right.
Just to give you a citation system, some of the places in West Africa that ackee fruit is indigenous to is Cameroon, Gabon, Tame, the Ivory Coast, Ghana, Benin as well. You can see that on Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica, or www.britannica.com. You could also see that on AfricanPostOnline.com. All right.
Hey, hold on 1 second, brother. Zion. Hey, look out, OG. Did you hear him?
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna come back in. Let me put my ear.
And
all right.
And still on the point, the Yoruba people of West Africa, they call Aki Isin. They also call it Anki and Achi. So Aki is certainly indigenous to West Africa.
Well, if you go over to the continent today, they don't have any dishes that you can name that include Aki.
Yeah,
so
because
you said the Yoruba. You said the Yoruba. Right?
Say the menu looking real light. Hey, last time, if y'all want to join the trivia, we are about to start the trivia. Mods, can we get some mods to drop the link down there? There is still time. We're about to start in less than 20 minutes. We setting up right now. If you want to join, bring your ass right now. You can still hit the link and join.
Yoruba know it as Isin, which is Isin.
Yeah, but the Aki fruit.
That's what I'm talking about.
They may call Isin. You don't see in any quote unquote Yoruba dishes. Okay. Any of their cuisine, you don't see it in the fufu. You don't see it in the goosey. You do not see it. Where do you see it? What's the name of the dish?
I'm answering you. That's a great point because I don't know what all of their dishes are. So that's a great point, right. and I can't speak towards that. But what I can speak towards is there being people living in the West Africa that are regarding Aki as indigenous to their land and not the Caribbean.
Yeah, but also that's according to the Encyclopedia Britannica. So a lot of the people, the authors of the Encyclopedia Britannica who have studied plant life and fauna are people that come out of these doctrines, schools of thought, who went excavating in other people's areas and studying things and linking things. So let's start with
all right. I'm going to say this, good sister.
Please. Hold on, please. Let's start with where you and I have a link. You said that your paternal line is from Jamaica. My paternal line is from Jamaica. Okay? And so we know that in Jamaica, this Aki fruit grows everywhere. We know that you have to select it and pick it at a certain time because if you don't know how to grow it, it can be, you don't know how to pick it and cook it and break it apart. It could be poisonous to you. Okay, so we know that. We also know that it is the national dish, right? Okay, so in that story of it being the national dish, and in the narrative in Jamaica that I would say is a tourist narrative, they always associate Aki with being from Ghana, with being an Akan word, because there's an Akan word that I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled A-N-K-Y or A-N-K-E or Y-E or something, right? And they say, well, that's similar to Aki. But it fits into that narrative of Ghana, Akompong, Nani, etc., etc. And actually the word in Akan that they are saying is where the word Aki came from. That word in Akan only means fruit.
Okay.
So, it doesn't mean that it is that particular fruit. It just means that that's a word that means fruit.
Okay,
that's a great point.
So I do want to respond to you just in brief, and I'll say this to you. The way that I usually gather information, I usually do with citations and sources. I really stay clear of idioms such as what people say or according to this one. I try to stay far from that because citations help us to better place where information is sourced and where it's coming from. So I'm not one to outright disagree with someone. I would just like to see sources for what you're saying, because I know all of the information that I looked up. For instance, I can go in right now. The term Aki, also known as Blagia, also known as Blagia sapatia, also known as vegetable brains. The scientific name comes across from Aki's association with Captain William Bligh of the HMS Bounty, mutiny on the Bounty, who was thought to have carried the fruit from tropical West Africa to the Caribbean islands, specifically to Jamaica in 1793, right? So there's a lot of information about where exactly Aki originates in West Africa. Some people believe it originates in Ghana. Some people hold that it's in Nigeria, while others believe it might be in the Ivory Coast. But nonetheless, the consensus is that it's from West Africa and it was brought into the Caribbeans. Now, if it's the other way around, as a person that is of proud Caribbean descent through my parents, I would love to know that. But I just want to see a citation.
Okay, so can I give you a livable experience that I think you can relate to?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So again, that fruit, the scientific term comes from like a sapodilla. Okay, mm-hmm. And so this type of fruit, right, was used a lot in the Caribbean. Specifically, let's just talk about Aki, right? So indigenous people in Jamaica, the Taino, used every part of the seed. Okay, and so one of the remedies that we used was the seed. And even though if you don't pick the fruit at the right time, it could be poisonous, but we knew how to use the seed in a lot of our medicinal properties and our medicinal healings and things that you find right there in yard. Okay, that's number one. Number two, okay, in terms of Aki, okay, when we talk about language, and you said that you needed a citation, the information that you just cited, and it talks about where Aki is derived from. If you go to those different places, you mentioned Cameroon, you mentioned Ghana, you mentioned the Yoruba or Nigeria, all of them have different names, okay, for this fruit, and they don't use it. They don't use the seed for medicinal properties. They don't use it in their dishes. They don't use it to make an oil because Aki is good for your eyes. You don't see them making any type of patty.
Hey, excuse me, sis. Let me ask you a question, right? So are you basically saying that Aki is not indigenous to Africa and it's indigenous to America?
Yes, I'm saying that. I'm saying in terms of language, in terms of usage, in terms of it being a national dish, in terms of the seeds being used, which Taino people use for, jewelry. Okay, you don't see that any part of this fruit that derives from.
Let me ask you a question.
You don't see a historical timeline of any type of usage for it.
Okay, so let me ask you another question, right? It would be foolish for one to think that someone can carry a seed in a braid, or someone actually had time to gather seeds with the story that they tell us. Like it was just a vacation or whatever. Like, I'm gonna go grab some seeds. I'll be right back to the boat. Come on, man. Like that's ridiculous.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get
not only with the seeds, but also with the roots, because Aki, when it's grown, it's not just like that. It comes from a plant and it has a flower. So they don't even use that part of it.
What I wanted
to use for aromatic, you can use for perfume and things. So
what I wanted to ask you, sister, is do you know what I'll be a little bit more detailed now. So my dad is from Westmoreland. You familiar with Westmoreland?
Yes, that's my family.
All right, excellent. So you should probably know Paul Harris from second primary. That's one of my uncles. But watch this. Do you know in the country of Jamaica, right? Like places like Westmoreland. Do you know what we refer to white yam as? What we actually call white yam?
Yes.
What we call it?
Bobo.
Fufu yam.
Mm-hmm.
White yam is called by people from the country in Jamaica, in places like Westmoreland. We call it fufu yam. That term fufu yam is an Ashanti term. Ashanti referred to the white yam as fufu. It's the same term used by indigenous people from Jamaica. We refer to white yam as fufu yam. So
fufu. Hold on. Ashanti was speaking English, right?
Hold on one second, my brother. Hold on one second. What I can show, and I actually have a book here as a citation. There's enough linguistic evidence to show relationship and places of origin between the Caribbean and West Africa as well.
Okay, but so that fufu yam that Africans call it, and then maybe some Jamaicans or Taino have heard it or whatever. I don't know about that, but what I will say is that the yam is a root, and if you look at the root for cassava, for bami, it is yucca, which is in the same family as the yam. So it goes back to what A1 was saying is, where are they hiding all of these things in the narrative? Like, you actually believe that they're bringing over seeds, they're bringing over roots, and then when they get here, they automatically know where to plant it. And, you know, when you look at the trade and the commerce industry that British and these colonizer planters came and set up, they're not farming yams. They're not farming yucca. It's not being exported like that.
You find a farm of yucca in Peru. They have sweet potatoes all the way. Man, listen, bro, sweet potatoes grow all the way through America, bro. So like these people created this old see, listen, and I'm just gonna say it straight up, right? Because I don't know how long you're gonna be on it, right? They created a narrative to tell us that we came from Africa. You just said that you know of indigenous black people that have been through the Caribbean. I mean, I don't mean to quote you, but I believe that's what you said earlier. So if these people, if it was already Negroes here, and the whole slave narrative is transformed or reversed to where there's white people being brought over here, and there's Negroes or dark-skinned, melanated people bringing them here, then the whole story is wrong.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Let me get Aaron walking in. OG, cause he working. OG, you wanted to say something on that last one?
Yeah. Afu yam, not fufu yam, man. Afu. Are you playing with words? You have afu yam and you have
wait. First of all, where are you from?
I'm a West Indian man.
No, where are you from? That's my question. Because you said I'm playing with words. So where are you from?
I'm an island boy. I'm from Jamaica, the island of Jamaica.
Brother, I know a Jamaican when I hear one. Which part of Jamaica you from?
Well, I'm from the second capital, Montego Bay.
Which part? I know Mobay. So tell me which part of Mobay you're from.
I am from in the town of Montego Bay.
Brother, you should stop it.
Bonnet Street.
You're talking to a real yardie right now. You're not talking to somebody that play. So when you first of all, a real Jamaican is not talking about I'm from Mobay. Jamaicans say we're from Mobay. So I'm asking you a question. Which part of Mobay are you from?
I am from 68 Bonnet Street. I'm from 3 Juliet Street and 71 Francis Isabella Road.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
I have 3 addresses in my lifetime.
All right, brother.
Where's your family from? You said
they hear those addresses, right?
Yeah, I hear it.
Okay,
I hear it, brother.
So recognize. Yeah, recognize. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what happened now? You know, like
DJ recognize.
All right.
Generations upon generation, everything in that town built by my people hands. Even the beautiful cut stone churches built by them.
Okay.
Learn that.
And so would you consider yourself part of the Arawak people, or would you consider yourself part of
Arawakan. I am not part. I am an Arawak.
So what would be the difference between you and the Indians that came as indentured servants?
Oh, the coolies.
Yes. What would be the difference between you and them?
Those people tried to usurp.
Well, I'm saying Indian, brother. I'm saying Indian because me and you know.
Nah, we got you, Lex. We on you.
Most of the people on the live, they don't know coolie words.
Nah. Over here, we know.
Yeah, they're coolies. That's how they came, and that's how they are to me. That's how my grandmother used to call them. Say, don't bring no coolie in my house because they don't know how to act. They don't eat properly. They don't sit properly. They don't speak properly. Don't bring them in here.
Brother Lex, your mother being from Guyana, is she coolie?
No. My mother's what we would call black.
Okay.
But I do want to say something. I definitely have coolie in my family. In Guyana, they refer to coolie people that are mixed with black. They call them Douglas.
Douglas, that's what we say.
Yeah, so I have Douglas in my family. Yeah.
You're from Flatbush, and everybody know that a lot of Guyanese are coolie.
Much of them, yes, of course, yeah.
So you come, you know, the coolies come in the 1800s after the 1808
they
and
came in 1850s, yeah.
I mean, the trade.
Yeah, they came in as indentured to do pineapple, not pineapple, but tobacco, rice,
sugar, right,
banana, and sugar.
I say that, brother, with all due respect, because to me, if I look at you, because you're the only one that we can see your face, right? So in looking at you, to me, you look coolie. That's why I asked where you from, because I know the coolie them don't originate in Jamaica. So that's why I asked you that.
There's nothing about me to coolie. None of my names are coolie.
I'm just saying that I'm looking at you, and I could be wrong, but I'm saying in me looking at you, to me, you look like a coolie man.
Yeah, but you are wrong.
All right, I accept that, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, I accept that.
No, you were the one that was talking about the Aki, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you have any idea the amount of different species of Akis that are in Jamaica?
Jamaica has one of the. I am aware that Jamaica has one of the most diverse.
Man,
yeah.
If you ever see Aki, you have butter Aki, you have hard Aki, you have a yellow Aki, you have brown Aki, you have all kind of Aki.
Yeah, yeah.
So how many seeds did Captain Blight brought back with him to give you so many different variation of Akis? You see, it's not only in Jamaica alone we eat Aki.
We know that. Yeah.
Yes, but you speak of you know, the whole African continent, like, you know, so much about geography. You know nothing of the Americas. You don't speak much of the Americas, no?
No. So first of all, we haven't been.
So
in
when
dialogue.
you look into other,
we haven't been in dialogue. We haven't been in dialogue. Listen, I don't want to speak over you, good brother, but I also don't want you to assume things about me. So I want to be.
No, I'm not assuming. I'm just saying what you're saying.
No, because you said I don't know much about America, which is something
I said it seems like you don't know much about the Americans.
We haven't had an in-depth conversation about what I know about indigenous America. Not enough for you to say that.
Yeah, but I mean, you speak so much about that faraway land. What I'm saying is this: we have many different cultures, West Indian cultures within the Americas. Coming out of Guyana, French, Dutch, and English Guyana, you have the Saramacca people down there. They're of the what you call the Arawakan, you know, people as well, coming up into North America, starting from Colombia border all the way up. You come up, you have what you call the Mosquito Coast. You have the Mosquito people, and you have a people called the Mosquito. The Mosquito is the same part where you speak in Guyana and all of that. They eat the same food, everything. Then you have another set of people called the Roma people. They look just like all of us, eat and drink the same thing. And guess what? They eat Aki like crazy over there too.
Yeah. So one thing I know for sure, brother, and I just want to be clear on something. I never said Aki is only in Jamaica. As a person that has family from both sides, Guyana and Jamaica, I know Aki is rampant throughout the Caribbean. Trust me when I tell you I know that. Oh, yeah.
South and Central America too. It's in Brazil as well.
What I was speaking towards, even like the sister said, Jamaica is the only island where Aki is the national dish. That's why in my example, I'm using Jamaica, right? Because you go to any other island, Aki is not the national dish for that island.
Yes. Well, you know, what is your national dish in the Guyana?
Pepper pot.
Oh, pepper pot. We do pepper pot too.
Yeah.
So we didn't use it as a national dish.
Even in Trinidad, they do pepper pot. But here's something that all Jamaicans don't like hearing. And this is just as a point of joking, but it's also genuine. Jerk chicken actually was made first in Trinidad and carried over to Jamaica. Jerk chicken was not made in Jamaica. It came from Trinidad and then made its way to Jamaica.
Cool. Not from the Caribbean, maybe from the Caribbean or the Kalinago, but Jamaica. Okay? Jamaica made jerk, the seasoning, and the method of cooking.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that.
If you had said that in Trinidad, that their callaloo soup was official because they used a dasheen and a crab and a coconut, I would give you that. Okay? But In Trinidad and Tobago, the indigenous there were mainly the Kalinago and the Carib. When you look at the word jerk, or where it comes from, the barbacoa, and the spices that were used in it, it comes from the Yamaye Taino languages, okay? And so it's not just the seasoning, it's also about the spice. It's also about the method of cooking. Now, if you had said Grenada, that would have sounded a lot more reasonable because, you know, Grenada is the island of
the spice
island. But not that.
So we definitely disagree on that, but that's fine.
Absolutely.
But you see, roasting up the meat like that. It comes from the Maroons, the ones that in the real dense area, you know.
Bush,
and, you know, especially when with a lot of wild boars and stuff. You know, so that's where it all came out of, you know.
Yes.
So you can't give it to Trinidad.
That vegetable. Hey, my brother,
You
that
can't give it to
y'all
Trinidad
talking
like
about
that. You know, Trinidad
I just want to interject.
Yeah.
Bro, can you hear me? I mean, we may have to play. I just want to interject with what you say. I'm just trying to get some understanding. That is definitely a root, and it is definitely like a sweet potato, right?
Well, which one you talking about?
The white yam.
You talking about white yam?
I mean, the initial vegetable root we was talking about. It's like a sweet potato, but all
maybe somebody yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, but all of the other ones are all of the other ones are all derivatives of sweet potatoes as well. So we got sweet potatoes in North America. Isn't it kind of ironic that all of us eat a different form of sweet potato? No matter if y'all put spices in it or whatever, we all eat sweet potato. And like I told you, you find a purple sweet potato in Peru, which they say is the original one.
Yep.
Come on, they ain't come from no Africa. So Africans came here and bought seeds. Come on, man. That like, you know, that's only the European can have someone engaging in that conversation, bro. Because that doesn't make no type of sense.
Hey, hold on. Let me I just sourced up on that too. And so right here, the source on that, A Handbook of Native American Herbs by Alma Hutchins, right? So we're gonna come over here to the wild yam. Now, yam is a common name for the plant. Let me come down. It say depending on the species of which 600 are known, 4 are native to the United States and Canada. Yams are among the most important tropical root crops, sometimes being baked, boiled, fried, and used in soup, dried, grounded into meal. So right here we did have our own form of yam here as well. Hold on, let me get up out of that.
And you know
so many wild yams grow in Jamaica, man. Yam grow wild, man. They're yams in Jamaica I've never seen in my life. So many wild yams. When you go into the wilderness, man, let me tell you something, man. You see yams like, whoa.
Hey, brother Cuddy, you had something, Cuddy? My bad.
Yeah, man. Pretty much, man. I'm over here like, man. I just want to give flowers to the gods, man. You know, A1. That's the God, man. I appreciate my brother, man. I see Sister Betty done fell in, so shout out to the goddess, Chief Sister Morning Thunder, man. And Topcatz, man. I was supposed to get with you when I was in Texas, man. I missed out, man. So I'm gonna hit you with an email so we can get back in link, man. I got busy as hell, man. But you know what I'm saying, hey. And I've been watching Lex for a while, you know what I'm saying? Out of all of them conscious brothers, man, I really paid attention to Lex and subscribed to his channel when he got mad at them brothers, you know. And when he got mad, I seen that he was really a real brother, you know what I'm saying? He actually will do the research, and he's not like concrete on nothing, so I can appreciate that. So shout out to Lex, man.
Salute to you as well, brother. Salute to you as well. I appreciate
you know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna tell you how cold it is. Watch this here, Zion. I got the A1B.
Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I love y'all, man. Y'all keep it going, man.
I appreciate that love in the cash app too. Hey, the barbershop that I went to down in Houston. I'm from Houston. And I had a brother, he owned the barbershop named Dennis. And so they was Hebrews. So I came in there and got my hair cut. They set me up, came in there, brought their tours in there, everything. But they used to follow Zion Lex. You feel me? And yeah, they tried to jump me first day I came in there. But now
what city was this, Topcatz?
Houston, Texas.
Oh wow.
Houston, Texas, yeah. And so yeah. Let me tell the story real quick, man. So you know, I'm a truck driver, so you know, randomly they'll call you in to go piss, DOT. So I'm going to go piss, and it was this nigga, you know, I had to go do a UA sample. So this dude walked up, gave me a card, told me to come to the barbershop. Nobody, I know I didn't see niggas pass out DVDs and promote that. That was the first time I seen it. I said, all right, man, I'm gonna check you out. So after I took care of my business, he was out there like, what's up, you want? So I went on to get the cut. So while they was talking, some type of way the conversation came up. Now the barbershop is owned by a guy that's a Hebrew. Now he had a barber college as well. So everybody in there except the guy that cut my hair was a Hebrew, right? And so the guy's wife was in there, and they said they had put this dude out because he had a dashiki on. Man, they told him they wouldn't have set the services because the homie had a dashiki on. So I started chopping game, and you know, so dude cutting my hair, and I never forget it was a guy across from him. And so we all in the Septuagint and all this type of, you know what I'm saying? We going, he like, wow, you read all this? And so a SUV pull up, a little short, swole dude jump out. Nigga ain't got no neck. Like all he do is little weight. So he pacing back and forth. So another SUV pull up, and it's the owner. So he come in and somebody say, where he at? So nigga came and sat in the barber chair that was next to me. To the left of me, it was open. So the little short swole dude when he sat right there. And the owner nigga came in and said, where he at? They had called on everything. I'm strapped though. I'm in the barbershop under my cape. I got my pistol in my lap. That bitch all safety, everything. So they, you know, nigga got to asking me some questions. But I maxed them out on everything on my dead mama. I maxed them out. So we going boom, boom, boom. So they had a debate league. I think it was on like Thursdays or whatever. And so since I knew a lot about Hebrew, they was like, man, come out. I think it was on Wednesday. I take that back. It was like, come out there with us. You know, I just want to just show you how it's done. So at that time, you know, they'll meet up and you had different ideologies and, you know what I'm saying, they'll get down. So they was like, man, you could, you know, they invited me to come, but it damn near got real up in there. And Zion Lex was they guy. So I'm trying to get my hair cut. They ended up playing Zion Lex. So yeah, that happened for real. And shout out to my nigga D. Matter of fact, Michael Watts, DJ Michael Watts, Swisher House in Houston, he got his hair cut at the bar at that shop. You know, that was the same barbershop he went to. But yeah, nigga down there wanted to. And so, but guess what? Watch this here. Today, he's an Indian. He's a Choctaw Indian. He got his records, his people on the Dogs Road. And today he's a Choctaw Indian though. Let me say that. All right. Let me say that. Today he's a Choctaw Indian. Got all his records, got all of that. You feel me? Shout out to my nigga D, man. Yeah, but yeah, the information, it get real. I've been doing this shit a long time, man. I just look like this.
Where you from?
I'm from Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, way down here in Houston, man. They rocking with you, man. It was like a barber college. He had a barber college, but then he had a real barber shop. But everybody in there was Hebrews though. Cause they was the brother that owned it, brother named Dennis. He studied under Zion Lex.
Small world, man. Small world, man. Small world, man. But I'm just learning of you myself. I appreciate your channel, brother. I subbed recently. I'm learning. You know, it's never too late to learn. I'm not that young. I'm not that old. I'm just 44 years old. But, you know, life is a journey, man. And I try to accumulate as much knowledge as possible because I know what it can do for us, man. So, you know, at the end of the day, brother, I appreciate you. I appreciate the sister. I don't have too much time to stay longer. But if it's possible, I would love to come back on your show again, man. And thank you, sister, because you actually dropped some knowledge on me. I actually was taking notes. Yeah, as you were speaking, sister, I was actually taking notes. So thank you. And by the way, can I write your name down? What's your name?
Sweet Feather. That's my name on here. You know what I wanted to ask you, Brother Lex? Are you going? What's going on for Eastern?
Her name is Agave. Goddamn it! Y'all can call her Sweet Feather. I'm gonna call her Agave.
Parkway on Labor Day. Is it gonna happen or are they shutting it down?
So you know, every yard got a sound system. So my family got a sound called Tippertone from the Bronx with Jawise. Okay. So we might play out over Monday afternoon in the Bronx. We might hold a couple dub plate sessions, but for the most part, I haven't been to the Parkway in years, so I won't be on the Parkway. But we
for Juve.
I won't be on the Parkway for Juve, but we definitely will have some dub plate sessions.
Okay, so I just want to say 3 things to you. Number 1, okay, when Brother Topcatz showed you the herb book, that root for wild yam root can be used for women to alleviate cramps, but it's also a very strong birth control. Okay, so you know, coming from Jamaica, we have all the herbs and things. So when we talk about what fruits and plants are indigenous to where, right? We have to also consider the practical uses, how it's used from the ancient time period up to present. And you do not see yam being used in all of its medicinal properties and all of the ways and usages on the continent of Africa, the way it is used in the place where it originates. And so that's a concrete piece of evidence that we live every day. The next thing I wanted to say was, I asked you about Carnival. And so we know that when we see Carnival, when we see the tradition, a lot of times it is linked to being an African tradition. But we all know that we dress up in our mask cams, we wear our feathers, and then we have a particular theme, a particular march, and a particular ceremony beforehand, which is Juve. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention too is my son does Moko Jumbi, right? And Moko Jumbi is often related to Cote d'Ivoire and West Africa.
Right.
Okay. So that was a time period when it started there, because Moko Jumbi was something that was done here in the Southeast amongst a lot of the quote unquote mound builders. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share those things from the Caribbean that are often given to Africa, and how we can use a source without actually showing the source, okay, or showing and proving without actually seeing something out of a book that someone wrote, is we go to our language and we have knowledge of it.
I did a DNA test, and there's a number of places that they connect you to, but my
peace family. Your background, you gotta mute your background. Where you hit the link at the video that you was in, that window you hit the link on YouTube, you gotta mute it. Brother that just came on.
All right, so Topcatz, I'm gonna head out, brother. Sister, thank you so much for the knowledge. My Arawak brother, My apologies, my Iraq brother. Nice to meet you as well, man. I'll definitely be
All right,
stopping
man.
by.
Same here. All right, good.
Hey, I followed you on the gram, Zion, so hit me back.
All right, fam.
I bet.
Blessed luck.
All right. All right. Take care, man.
What's up, Sister Betty? What you got for us? Hey, was that dope? Family, was that dope or am I tripping? Was that dope or am I tripping? Man, let's get some flames in the chat if y'all appreciated that. Listen, bro. Bro, we have classics on classics on classics on classics on classics. We have so many brilliant minds around here. You feel me? Nah, man, our sisters are powerful. You feel me? Our brothers are stand up. They battle tested. You know, nah, man, listen. Shout out to Brother Zion again. Very respectful brother. Been doing this shit for a long time. He been in the ring with, you know, the top fighters in his era. You know, but he came over here and, you know, that's what building is about. You feel me? He was, you know, he wouldn't have stayed that long if he didn't feel like he was learning something. And he understood, you know what I mean? He was talking to some people that knew. And, you know, when we doing this, you know, those are the best times because a lot of times you can't talk to somebody on your level or have a conversation where you can learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what building is. So you come over here, you know what I mean? Man, we got a lot of great minds over here. You feel me? Our OGs game tight. You feel me? OG I'm born here. OG Air. Now, you feel me? Like I say, D to the O to the C. Got the mermaid and man, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Man, I'm leaving the Southwest H-Time. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Appreciate y'all pulling up, rocking out with the kids. You need another one. You know what I'm saying, me? Man, ain't too many people run across us and don't learn nothing. You feel me? Man, you know, it's a saying, man, if it ain't beneficial, then it gotta be artificial. And man, you know, man, you know, every time, man, you holler, we got down me, you know, somebody come around us, they gonna leave with some information. You understand me? They gonna learn something new. They gonna learn something about themselves. And you know, shout out to Bro Zion. He as you see, he was by the book, and you know, as he was saying, you know, he needs citations, he needs sources for this and this and that. And just a question in my head, right? Just a little bit how I think. You know, I'm like, because it's different when you're taught something, you know, like through a curriculum. You know what I'm saying? You kind of follow it. So, are you really asking the questions that you would like to know, or are you learning the answers that someone has already prepared for you? You feel me? So being a free spirit and by this being your birthright, you know, damn, I just ran over a cone. Man, where's Park, man? I'm out here on Where's Park, man. I just hit a motherfucking cone, man. Come on, Southwest, we gotta do better than this. I just smacked it. I'm talking about a big ass cone. I smacked that hoe. Ooh. And in the car behind me, that nigga there got the swerving and shit. Man, I hope he alright. I ain't do that on purpose, gang. But yeah, no. I want to say this. I do want to say this here, man. You know, it's our birthright, homie. So to ask the questions, I just feel like a person that's learning basically off of, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, he's a follower of, you know, the old rabbis in New York. You know what I mean? So if you're a follower to something where they already have the answers laid out or the play already put together for you, or you really thinking your own thoughts, or you asking your own questions, and it kind of make you vulnerable because you're in a doctrine. So if someone was to know that doctrine, understand it, and then bring you out of it, force you to come outside of it, you know what I'm saying? Will you be able to protect yourself? So just in the first beginning of the first initial answers I asked from the transatlantic slave trade victim, and why do you believe in the transatlantic slave trade? And then I had already brought him outside of himself when he said he don't know what tribe or country from. And he said not Nigeria. And I said that was created in 20, blah, 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 Niger company. And so that took it away from him. He's like, damn, hold on. But now you're in a position and it feels like you're on defense. And now he said, so I say, do you think it's important to know who you are and your family story? He said, yeah. So what is your answer to, what's the reason why you don't have it? He said, I did a DNA test, but I don't believe in DNA tests. So guarantee you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't go look into that. You have to, because how did I end up in this situation? Like, I'm one of the top debaters, and nigga hit me with a bad motherfucker. And then Felder, broke it down and said, all right, so yeah, people ask for sources, but sometimes the sources are right in front of us, just based off of the way we grew up, and so it's not always gonna be in the book because culture is gonna override. What's the source, nigga? We the source. Like a lot of the things he was naming was based off what someone put down. Cameroon, these spots here. But then when the sister started naming dishes in the islands, he knew exactly. He was like, "Oh, we ate that when I was growing up." And then he even shouted out when he was leaving out. He was like, "Hey, appreciate you because that made me think about something." And, that's something to think about. So yeah, man, it's real, man. Oh shit. All right, let me get up out here, man. It goddamn Southwest. You niggas, y'all need to fix y'all goddamn roads. Come on, man. I damn near did that U-turn on West Park. Watch them Southwest niggas. I damn near did that U-turn on West Park by A-Leaf. Yeah. And so I'm doing the U-turn and I end up finna turn back on the goddamn highway. Or is that the way I'm supposed to be going? Come on, man. Bless my heart. I'm just trying to get the hell away from here. All right, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Let me figure my motherfucking life out. All right, man, we gone.